Okay, we'll see how these new tires do. Barely got up here. Hell of a work day. See if these big meats hook any better. How you doing?
Doing good, how are you?
Great, thanks. Hook a lot better. I bogged coming out of the hole.
$9.9 for him, alright.
Thanks. Okay, let's get out of the hole harder. That was a crappy 60-foot time because it hooked so hard I bogged. I'm trying to do better this time. What did I get this time?
6.8.
All right, that's better.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. 6.8. 6.8. I think 6.8's as fast as I've gone. I think I did a 6.91. I can give it a lot more pedal.
Super stock, you do like the burnout?
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize the car. I was like, I know a black super stock. I always see it posted on each of the races here.
Yeah.
I
That's
commented on
me.
your video. I have a 2021 Redeye.
Oh, right on.
Same gears as yours. I was wondering if you ever want to run them someday.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Anytime.
You have a YouTube, or YouTube, not YouTube, Instagram.
I do have an Instagram.
You do?
Yeah, but it's under my motor building stuff that I do.
Oh, is it the same as your YouTube?
Yeah, it's her Jugs Racing. Her H-E-R-R
Okay.
Jugs
Oh, her Jugs.
Racing. It's same as my YouTube channel name.
All right.
Exact same.
All right.
I got a Facebook, Instagram, and a YouTube all in the same name.
Okay, yeah. All right, I'll add you on there.
Right on, man.
Okay, nice car.
Thanks. Right, that's my best I've ever done.
There you go.
Woo!
Now you can frame it.
Yeah, thanks, man. 6.7. Almost a 6.6.
How you doing, stranger?
Nice bike.
Thanks. You ever seen this?
That's a bad mammer jammer from what I've seen.
Yeah. And actually, it's in 2017 or whatever. You know, BMW's. I don't know. Do you know anything about these bikes?
I do a little bit.
Okay, so let me give you the quick synopsis.
Okay, okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So.
931.
Okay. You ready to make a pass? You want to race me?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, we'll tell them I'm going left lane because the Malinera screws up on me on motorcycles in the right lane.
All right.
So I want the number. I want the correct number.
Your choice. Your choice. That is a nice looking bike.
It's a sweet piece. That's for sure.
All right.
He just blows past me. What Don was telling me, you know how to get the interchiller activated?
Yeah, I've been running with it on.
Okay, you got it going. Okay, good.
Yeah.
108 that time, I think they said.
I did another 6.7, so I'm.
Said it was 108.
Wow.
So it must have, you probably did a better, because you drove around and hot lapped it pretty much, the interchiller was cooler.
Yeah, I notice if I make 2 or 3 runs in a row, each run gets better. I don't know why.
Okay, so I know Don just bought a kit that turns some of his buttons into, what is it, fan controllers or something? Or he can cool all the stuff off better.
Yeah,
so you probably ought to look into that kit and to where you can get the, fan blowing on all the interchiller stuff, and you'd be.
When I put it in track mode, it keeps all the fans on high.
Okay.
And then I hit the chiller.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I think that's
good,
it.
Good. Okay, keep doing that.
I want to thank all the YouTube replies that have helped me try to get this down the track better. One of the best things was tires, although I didn't mean to put the tires on it that I have. They work great on the track. They're not so fun on the street. I don't have an extra set of rims. I wasn't going to swap them out. Technically, they're not for highway use. They are Hoosiers. The Hoosier drag radial, Hoosier dot drag radial, the 325 45 18, Hoosier dot drag radial, 325 45 18s. They fit very well. They don't rub. I've been driving them on the street, at the track. They really hook a lot better. It took me a little time to figure it out. The car was falling on its face because I used to leave out of the hole so gently, because the OEM tires spun so easily. And the OEM tires aren't regular style tires. They were the Nitto 05R 315 40 18. They were street legal drag radial. They are great on the street. They are the best for flying around and having fun on the street. They just don't hook as well on the track as the Hoosiers. Both the Nittos and the Hoosiers leave the car a mess. And I don't mean chunky burnout pieces flying all over. My rock guards have tackled that problem. But just a black haze, just a hazy soot all the way down the lower half of the car, about halfway up the doors and, you know, quarter panels and stuff. It's just a hazy mess. And you only have to drive about 5 miles to get that hazy mess on there after you detailed your car all out. It took me a little while to figure out the track setup. What's worked best for me so far on these new Hoosier slicks is just put it in drive. Stop using all the fancy computer stuff. Half of it doesn't work, or we just haven't figured out how to make it work right. Launch control is no good. Stopping to get gas, that's all this thing wants, is gas all the time. I go to the track this last time and I got the best times, mainly probably because of the tires, of course, but I got my best mile an hour also. And the mile an hour is because the chiller on the super stock chiller. So at the track, I'll put it in track mode and I'll put chiller on. With the chiller on, it takes the AC and dumps it right into the intake. And the longer it runs, the lower the intake temperature gets. I believe 5 minutes at least before it gets down to being real cool. It takes a while for it to cool off. At the track, something I've never done on any car before is hot lap. And if you hot lap this thing, it goes, the mile an hour through the traps goes up. It gets faster and faster and faster. It's nuts. It goes against all principles of drag racing that I've ever done my whole life, is make a pass, cool it down, put the fan on it, get everything as cool as possible. This one, keep the chiller on and just run it lap after lap. It is hilarious. I got 108 mile an hour through the traps on it. And that was only a back-to-back run. And first run I think was 106 and the second was 108. I'm gonna see if keeping it on longer helps the mile per hour go up. I have to leave just like you see it here. Track mode, chiller. I'll activate the line lock to heat up the tires, but I just put it in drive mode. I just drive, not manual, not paddle shifting, not taking off in second, drive. First gear on these big Hoosiers, it loves it. So I'm gonna keep it that way, and just try dialing it in a little better by keeping the chiller on all the time, never turn the chiller off. keep it in track mode. Track mode keeps the fans on high the whole time, and that's a good thing. And so it's helping keeping the motor cool. One thing about the chiller is you can't use your AC when the chiller is on. It doesn't come into the cab, it only goes into the motor. So your cabin regulation of temperature goes away, which is okay for, you know, the half a minute it takes to set up and run through the whole ET, heating up your tires and everything. This is after track day. That's the rubber that the rock guards don't pick up. It's not bad at all. This is the first track day. Driving out on the street and heating them up and stuff, nothing ever gets on it. It's just not enough use on the street. I don't know if you can see there's actually bits and pieces all up along the paint here also, just little bits. It's not much cleanup. I'm happy with those rock guards. They work excellent. Nice undercoating.